Hi guys, it's Brandy, otherwise known as Mystery of Diamonds, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hey y'all. Okay, so I am continuing work on my cat bakery, and we've already done, if I can carefully do it without spilling, see, spilling everything out. We've already done this much, where we got this hung and this, and we've got our little signs. We made our little cake balls in the boxes. So now we're ready to move on to the next part. Sorry about my arm there, guys. I do want to do a quick note though before we get started. This is what I have been using, the 3-in-1 beacon glue, and I do like this glue. It is a little stringy, but I mean, you know, it's a silicone based glue and it's clear, but I was having trouble with this, you know, this little nozzle thing right here, you know. So remember, from the last video, I went and I purchased me some fine line glue bottles. Okay, and this is where it has this super thin tip right here. If you are getting these and you are using the 3-in-1 glue, you are going to have to squeeze the bottle just a little bit more. And while the cap is off, it will have like this little glue thing at the top. You just have to pull it off every now and then, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. But I did want to try something else that I saw on a different modeling video, and they had this Scotch quick drying tacky glue, but it had two of them listed, so, and they both say Scotch and they both are quick dry tacky glue, so I didn't know which one I was supposed to get, so I kind of got both. But I've only put this one in my bottle because I have where I put the Aleene's tacky glue into one of these bottles, and then I have my 3-in-1, and so then in this one, you can see I had to label it. I've got the Scotch I have the Scotch quick dry, so I'm going to be trying that out and seeing what I think. I mean, you know, that's kind of the purpose of this, is to be able to see, you know, what works best. I mean, you know, I want to be able to help people when they're trying to decide how best to put these together, you know, because I'm a newbie, and, you know, one of the whole purpose of doing these videos, besides, you know, showing the really cool stuff, by the way, is to be able to maybe help somebody else who might be struggling right along, and give them some tips and tricks. And so once I discover what works really best for me and everything, I'm gonna start listing it down in the description. So as I've told you in the previous videos, I like to take my book, and of the page that I'm going to do, and please forgive the barking outside, as the page we're doing, I section them off so that each section, now I did, because this is only one thing right here, I combined it with this one, and so that's in one tray and little baggie, and this is so I don't lose all the little parts, you know. And so I've done that for each section, so that as I finish a section, then I know it's put up and I don't lose the other pieces. So, all right, let's get started. So this one right here, what we're supposed to do with this one is, the first thing is we're supposed to take this and we're supposed to fold it along the lines and then put it in like this little triangle shape, because we're going to glue it onto the back of our little cake balls. And then we're supposed to get one of these caps. My only problem is that two caps kind of look the same. So I'm not sure which one. Oh, okay, now I know. So I'm supposed to use this little cap that has this little sweet thing on the top. So there's another one that looks very similar to this, but it doesn't have that little sweet label. So this is the cap that we're supposed to catty corner onto our little dessert thingy. I mean, it has us go like that, yeah. And so we're supposed to glue it like this. But first, we need to make the little base. So I'm using my new little folding tool, which makes folding so much easier. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold along these lines, and then I'm going to fold it into that triangle shape and glue it. And then I'm going to glue it on here and then glue the cap on where it's supposed to go. So here we go. Alright, so we have our little cake balls with the top on. I'm going to set this to the side to dry. Okay, the next part that we've got to do is, and if you've got this kit, in the back of the book, there was, on the last page, there was these two little things here that had green and pink paper. And what they wanted you to do is they wanted you to cut out this little thing from the pink, and it has the little, okay, so you had to cut out this little pink part, and I know it's a little fuzzy and I apologize, but you have to cut out, you have to bend these and then cut out this little petal shape, okay, because you're fixing to make the roses. And then in the green one, you have to cut out this little thing right here, and this is your stem for your flower. So I'm going to fold this, cut this, and we'll go from there. Okay, so now I've got my little greenery cut out and my little petals. I'm supposed to have 6 of them. And so it tells me to take one of them and roll. And then I'm supposed to roll the remaining ones around it. And then glue the bottom of the petals together. And then I do the greenery around it and glue that. So let's see how we do here. Okay, so we have a little rose. Okay, I'm going to set that to the side. Okay. Alright, so that's all of the first boat. Was our rose and our little cake thingies. So now we're going to go on to the second boat. Now, I did not measure because this has to measure, because now in this second part, we are going to be making cupcakes. So we have to fold the little wrappers, which are these right here. Okay, we have to fold these into little cupcake things, and we're supposed to have a total of 4 of these little cupcake things. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to fold this and get those glued so that we have our 4 cupcake tin things first. Okay, so I have 4 little cupcake holders. So the next thing is that we're supposed to glue in this little bead. So I'm going to try to bring them closer to me and see if I can do that. Okay, so we have our 4 little bear. Oh, and you can't see that. So we have our 4 little bear cupcakes. Now we've got to ice them. So to ice them, we have to take, like, this is the whole fabric that they gave us. But if we look here, they give you, okay, C10 means that is the material number. Like, that's telling you what material that you're using. This next number right here, 0.7 centimeters, that means how long that you need to cut that. And then once you've cut it like that, you're going to cut it in half, okay? And it's that little half part that goes around the top to represent your icing. Okay, so I'm going to measure and cut and do that part. Okay, I have found a little something when I tried to do what the directions say, which is to coil these like both around the little shape, and maybe it's because my fingers are too fat, I don't know. It doesn't quite work for me. So what I've discovered actually for me works to make the little icing is I put, and yes, your fingers are going to get messy, I put a little glue on the lace, and then I kind of roll them together like in a little ball, and put some more glue. Roll them together in a little ball. Okay, and then you can take your cupcake you have your little icing. All right, the next part is, okay, they give you these two little canes. You have the kiwi cane and the strawberry cane. And you only need 2 little tiny slices of the strawberry and one slice of the kiwi. All right, so once you've got it cut, what you need to do is you've got to, let me see if I can get you down so you can see what I'm doing. Once you've got it cut, you're going to slice here and slice here. Because what you want is that little segment right there. Okay, I'm going to bring you back up a little bit. All right, so now we need to add our final decoration onto our cakes. Okay, so now I'm going to set my little cupcakes off to the side to dry. Now, I would suggest that any of the parts that were in your section that, you didn't use all of or whatever, put them back inside their bags in the case, because that way, you don't lose them. Okay, so here's our next one. And this one is where we're going to be building the cake stand and then putting our little decorations on them and all. Okay, there's a little birdie. Okay, so first thing is I have to take this and I have to roll it this way so that I can cut into it. Alright, I want to let this dry, so I am going to go ahead and glue these together. So this is the small cake tray, and this is like that paper board. So we're supposed to glue this to this, and we're supposed to glue this to this. Okay, so I'm going to do that while I'm waiting for the other to dry. Alright, the next part is I need to take these and I need to wrap this silver cord around them. Okay, so I'm going to do that and I will be back. Okay, so we have made the upper and lower, and we've made the two little pieces that, oh, you can't see that, and the two little pieces that separate it. So we are going to go ahead and try to mount them together. Okay, so now we have our little cake tray. We're going to set that to the side because we are on to our last section for this, which is, we've already cut this. I've got the wires and all that, and I need to cut 9.6 centimeters and fold it in half, twist and whirl, and then cut it into 3 pieces because we are going to make the little lollipops and the little stars that go inside and our little vase. So we're fixing to make this little lollipop section. So the first things first is we got to get our wire, we got to cut it to 9.6 centimeters, fold in half, whirl, and twist. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to do all this next part quickly. So we have to take a bead and glue it on the top. Then we have to take our foil wrapper, wrap around the top. Whoops, hold on. Okay, so we got to take our bead, put it on the top of this, take our foil wrapper, put it on the top of that, and then we need to take more wire and go around them. Now, in the directions it says to take this coating off, and that's what you use, but no, I'm just going to use the wire. Yeah, I'm not taking the coating off. I'm going to make life a little bit easier for myself. Now, we've got to take some more wire and cut it to 1.8 centimeters and put on these little stars. Now, each star has a front and a back, okay? We've got 2 gold and a silver. So we've got to put the silver and the silver together, the gold and the gold, gold and gold. Alright, so we are going to let our lollipops and stars dry for just a minute while we make the vase. Okay. Alright. Okay. So they give us this little clear tube. Now this is too big for the vase. I need this to be 1 centimeter. Okay. So I'm gonna put it right here, 1 centimeter, and I am going to very carefully cut through it. Okay. Once we have our cylinder, we need to glue the bottom on so the shiny side goes up. And you're going to put the glue around there and then stick this on it. Now, before we can put the lollipops in, we need to glue our label onto our jar. Okay. So now we have our little jar of lollipops and stars. So it might not seem like a lot, but we actually got quite a lot done. All these little bitty cupcakes, rose, our lollipops. So that is all for this page. And so let's get on to the next page.
Okay, guys, so here's the thing. I was attempting to put together 2 in one episode, and then I kind of realized that there's actually a lot in each page. So I kind of took this opportunity to say, you know what, I'm just going to do a page an episode. So I kind of want to go ahead and let you know the next episode will be coming up before long, and so I just want to go ahead and leave you like I always do. Reach for the stars, grab hold on, and never let go. Until my next video, bye guys.